What is up, everyone? Welcome into the stream. We are going to continue with a previous run. Still searching for that elusive 100% completion, 0% death run. We are on the Lost Precursor City. Ended at midnight. What? Oh man, the 2nd. And today's the 10th. So a week and a day ago. We're going to pick it back up. We're going to see how far we can go. And let's do it. You would think after streaming for 6 months that, like, even if I couldn't finish the challenge, you know, like, get the, wow, that was a great start to the night. Alright, gotta be careful from here on. But even if I couldn't, like, actually do the challenge, I would have learned something about, you know, streaming, what I need to do, how to be ready for it, and not have to sit here for like a minute or two before every stream starts and just like, oh yeah, what programs? Oh, what am I doing? Oh, do I need a controller to play this game that I play with controller exclusively? What? That's crazy. No! I don't know, maybe a year and I'll get it. It's possible. Because I don't know if you picked up on this or not. But I don't plan on giving up anytime soon. I'm going to keep going at this. We're going to get it. Yeah, it might take a year. And maybe that'll be the only thing I accomplish on this channel. I'm going to beat Jak and Daxter 100% with no deaths. Well, goddammit, I'm gonna try dying. Have you ever tried dying? I think for the vast majority of people, that's kind of a one-time thing. You try it once and you know. Is that for you or not? I don't know. Sorry. That's a dark way to open this. Oh, shit. Will you suck back in? Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't trust myself. Nope, 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 nope. We're going the coward's way. And again, because I have this stupid thing. I'm not going to do a save load and restore my health that way. I will go ahead and go all the way back to the Precursor Basin to grab some green eco so that I can actually get through this level without dying. So I tell you what, man. If I immediately died as soon as I started the stream, that would be a very anticlimactic end to the day. And I know, I've been back recently-ish. I was playing some Phasmophobia. Terribly. Feel bad for my friend, man. Just wants to play a video game he enjoys, and he's stuck with me, and I'm like, just absolute shit at that game. I need to take some time in practice just so I'm not bringing the team down. The problem is, most of the time that I get to practice is like late night times when I could be streaming. And the few times I lay in bed and play games, I'm typically playing on like a handheld, like either, I don't know. I like using this this one that's called an Anbernic RG35XX. It is a sweet little Linux-based computer, basically, just with a controller body. And it can run emulating software, like emulators for systems up through about PS1 era. PS1 mixed success. You can do some PSP games. And yeah, you can just run basically anything that you've got. If you've got your own game library, if you've got rips or things like that, then you're good to go. It's really fun. You can put some custom firmware on there and make it a really good experience. Really cool stuff like that. So I played that, or I'll play on my my ally if I'm playing a harder game. Heavier is what I meant. But yeah, it's a good time. But the problem is, like, with Phasmophobia, you kind of, at least me, the one time I've tried to do it on my ally, it was just like legitimately difficult to play because there's so many different keybinds for like your different items and the different uses for each item, and it was just very difficult to play with basically just with the controller, because that's basically what it is on the ally. You're playing with the controller. The controller might be built into the device, like the screen's in the middle of the controller, but it's still, you're basically playing with a controller. And that did not suit my preferences, we'll just say that. Nice. All of my what are those called? My goodness. Wow. Brain fart already. Okay. All my texture packs are working. Everything's going well. This is good. This is good. I'm happy. So happy. Been kind of in a funk for a few days. Trying to get out of my own head, get back to doing things like normal, get back to being myself. So thanks for being here with me. Appreciate it. But overall, I'm having a good day today. Today's a good day. It's Wednesday. And on Friday, my kids are going to their grandparents' house. They're going to stay with them for a couple nights. So Friday and Saturday, it's just my wife and I. We have a spot reserved. We picked one out. Going to go out and go camping and just get a little time away for our 10th anniversary. Our 10th anniversary was a few months ago, but you know, when you got kids, you make it work when you can. And when we can is now. So we're going to go out and go camping and just enjoy time together, enjoy time just with ourselves. Try to get the kids out to do something special and fun after that, because I do feel bad going out without them. But also, like, we want to do like a little kind of private vow renewal type thing, just for the two of us. We're in a very different place than when we were when we got married, than where we were when we got married, and we just want to, you know, do something that we choose to do, not kind of what we feel like we need to do for other people. Oh shit. Ooh, that was close. It wasn't actually that close, but it could have been. That's the important part. Man, I just keep going into the water. I'm a fish tonight. Glug glug. I'm so funny, guys. Ha 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 ha. But so I'm excited. It'll be good. We might not end up going camping just because both my wife and I are like borderline sick right now. So at this point, I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that the kids don't get sick, that we stay healthy enough to go. If not, we'll probably still, as long as the kids don't get like crazy sick, and neither one of us are like really bad, just like slightly under the weather, you know? As long as everyone stays healthy enough that I'm comfortable sending them to their grandparents' house. They will still go spend time with their grandparents. They're happy and excited about that. They're excited. We'll either go camping or just, like, if we're just really not feeling it and just like don't feel like going out and sleeping on the ground or whatever for a few nights, we will we'll just stay home, enjoy some quiet time together. we've got a lot of nice hiking trails in the area, a lot of nature, so we can go out and do a little outdoor ceremony together. It's really going to be like nothing, just the two of us enjoying being together is really the whole point of it. And just, you know, reaffirming that commitment to each other. So, it sounds cheesy or corny or whatever, but like, I really do feel like the luckiest man alive to be with the woman that I'm with. Like, she's amazing in every way. But I gotta finalize figuring out what I'm gonna, what I'm gonna say. Figure out, like, if I have a decent tripod somewhere that I can bring to set up a camera. Actually, I might steal one of these tripods for the lights that I have over here. That's not a terrible idea. Just gotta get some type of mount for a phone. It's not bad. There you go. Problem solving. But I did the kids' laundry today and our laundry today so that tomorrow we can pack. And then, yeah, Friday, I think I've promised to take the kids to a local park they really like. It's local-ish. It's like, I don't know, it's like 15 minutes away. Which is funny to me, because we have literally 3 parks within walking distance, depending on how you define walking distance. And, we're going to drive to a park instead. Sure, why not? It's a cool park, though. I will give the kids credit for this. Like, it's got a lot of cool climbing structures. It's got a nice, like, actual zip line type thing where they can, you know, do a zip line across the park. It's really cool. But it is a bit of a distance away. But I've finally decided to be a decent parent this week and tell them, hey, unlimited screen time is over for the summer. You're now limited to the just staggeringly low amount of only 4 hours a day. I'm going to just publicly admit what a bad parent I'm being this summer, but honestly, like, I don't know. They're good kids. I don't know what I'm supposed to be having them do all day if not that. Like, could send them out in the 90-degree heat and just be like, go find something to do. Use your brains, use your imaginations, but like, guys, my kids. We make them do quiet time activities before bed. Either reading books or like writing or drawing or something that they can do quietly and like hopefully gets them calmed down and ready for sleep, you know? So my sweet kids, like, they write comics, they draw stories, they read books, like, they're very creative-minded. They're very intelligent children. Like, okay, here's the thing, and like, I don't know how to say this without sounding like I'm trying to like brag. And I hate it when parents brag about their kids, because like every parent thinks their kids are special, or like just different than other kids, you know. But like my kids will sit around at the table after we're done and just be like, can you give me math problems? Can you quiz me on this stuff? Like, my kids are just very curious, intelligent kids, and I'm not really worried about, like, brain drain over the summer, you know? Like, and part of that is because of my wife and the atmosphere she fostered. She was homeschooling before I took over as full-time parent. And part of it is because, like, both my wife and I are very curious people and want our kids to be the same, and, like, here's the thing. We're both fairly recently atheists, right? Like, both my wife and I have kind of looked at things and decided that we don't really think that there is a God, right? Like, we think that most of what we see in the world around us, if not everything, can be explained by natural causes. And we've come far enough with our understanding and our technology and all that like, I don't know of a single example of anything that, can't be explained naturally. That doesn't mean there isn't anything that can't be explained naturally. That doesn't mean there isn't anything out there, but I haven't seen anything in my life that's convincing me that, there's a reason that I should believe that some all-powerful deity cares whether or not I jerk off to porn. Like, that is entirely a question between me, my wife, and whatever people choose to create that type of content, right? Like, if I'm not hurting anybody, what does it matter? And don't get me wrong, like, we can talk about the porn industry and whatever else all day, and like, I understand there are problems beyond that, and I get that. Don't worry about that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, I don't think there's some supernatural being who cares whether or not, like, people have sexual thoughts, Like, I just don't think that's a thing. I don't believe it. And I don't believe it because I haven't seen any evidence that convinces me that is the case. But that's a fairly recent thing for my wife and I. But like, we try to be very, as the name might suggest, we try to be very skeptical about most things in our life. Like, I don't mean skeptical as like we don't believe anything. I mean, we try to question everything that we believe. We try to get to a point where we can say, I have tried to disprove the things that I think are true. I have tried to convince myself that I am wrong because I don't trust my own beliefs. And I have failed to I guess, reject these theories. Like, I try to research, I watch religious content all the time on, on YouTube and other things like that. I try to hear the best arguments. I try to give things a chance. I grew up very religious. I'm not like exactly a noob to the Bible and Christianity, and I get that there's more than just Christianity out there, but that's the thing, is like, I could spend just absolutely inordinate amounts of my life researching every religion that's ever existed in the world to see whether or not any of them actually hold up to scrutiny, or I can just say, hey, I haven't seen anything convincing for me yet, and that's where I'm at. I haven't seen anything that convinces me yet that there is something supernatural out there. Again, doesn't mean there isn't. It just means that I remain unconvinced. Gotta go down this slide. Hold on, one sec. Yeah, nice. We done. Let's go. Boggy Swamp. Let's get out of here. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm very close to dead. Gotta be careful on this slide. I already got all the boxes, too. So anyway, we've tried to instill that in our kids as well. Not like you can't believe in God, but like, hey, what do you think is true? If they come and tell me, hey, I think that God is real. I think that Thor is real. Learned about Norse gods. I think Thor is real. Awesome. That's great. Why do you think that? What would that mean for you in your life if that were true? Just like ask them questions and let them think about things themselves. And honestly, like, I have no idea where my kids stand with like whether or not they believe in things, because like, unfortunately or fortunately, whatever, however you want to look at it, just the reality of life is that kids want to make their parents happy. They want to tell us things that we think are true. So most of my kids at this point, like, we've been very open with them, like, hey, you can absolutely believe in God. You can think whatever you think is true. We will support you and love you no matter what your beliefs are. But hey, this is where we're at. This is what we think. And we will talk to you about whatever you think, about what you think is true, not to try to like convince you that you're wrong, not to try to just like belittle your beliefs or anything like that, because that's never our goal, not with our kids, not with our family, not with anything. But just to make sure that we're having open, honest dialogue, that we're communicating, and that, we're taking things as they come. And honestly, like, This is going to sound incredibly reductionist, and it is to a degree. But I think that so many of the problems that we face in America today come because people want to believe things without any reason, because they feel good. Like, people look around at our country and see that, hey, things are broken, things are not going well, things are not, for the average American, things aren't great right now. Let's be honest here. Like, people are struggling, people are having a hard time, the middle class is being evaporated, the wealth gap has never been larger. Well, I don't know, it is the largest that it has been in a very long time. Why is that? Like, what's going on? But rather than investigate the causes, like, I think that there's a large block of people that want to say, like, yeah, so that's why we need a strong person to go in and put things right. But they don't, question whether or not is this person's policies going to fix things? Is this going to actually make things better? Is this going to make things the way we want it to be? Or is it just somebody promising something that they can't deliver? Are we falling prey to a con man? And without, like, questioning, like, what they're saying and what they're doing and whether or not these things actually matter, there's no way to know if we're going to go in the right direction or not. Well, a new, political outsider comes in and says, hey, this country has problems. I see you. I see the pain you're going through, and I have the solution. I'll fix it for you. Put me in office. I understand what's compelling about that. I understand why people want to believe that's true, but, like, when the solution is, build a wall around our neighboring country and just, double down on the evangelical Christianity despite whatever else is going on, I fail to see how that helps anything. So, I don't know. That's where I'm at. Again, I respect anybody's right to believe whatever they want, to be who they want, to do what they want. But I don't have to agree with them. It's a beautiful thing about our country, about humanity. Like, man, that sounds like trite, I guess. But it's true. Like, honestly, like, we do not owe each other belief. I do not need to believe the same things you do. You do not need to believe the same things I do. We owe each other respect, decency, kindness, humanity, but not a homogeneity of belief, Like, I don't know, it just bothers me when people think that the only right way to think or to believe is the way they believe. Like, I want people to have good reasons for believing the things that they believe, but I will fully admit, like, there's a lot of compelling reasons to believe in religion, or to believe in Christianity specifically, or to believe in this, that, or the other, to be conservative or liberal or leftist or whatever you want to be. Like, you can be whoever you want to be, but be that way for a reason. Not because your parents were, not because, like, it just feels good to you. Be able to defend your position. Otherwise, I do not respect you. Like, that's... I don't mean to sound like a dick, but, like, if you can't convincingly tell me, and I don't mean, like, you have to convince me you're right, but give me solid reasons and evidence and something for why you believe the things you believe in, or, like, what are you doing? And, like, I believe, personally, let's go back to religion. Sure, why not? Let's talk about that. Religion's a great non-divisive topic, right? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about religion on stream while playing a kid's game. This is the content you're here for, folks. I believe there are a lot of compelling reasons that you could believe in God, that you could believe that something more is out there, that you could believe that, the physical, natural world is not all that's out there. I think that a lot of that would boil down to things like personal experiences. Like, if you see something you legitimately can't explain, if you have things happen in your life that like seem like they must have been direct acts of God, fantastic. I'm not going to try to destroy your faith or your testimony or whatever you want to call it. If you believe there's something more out there, I can't stop you, and I don't want to stop you from believing it. But what I will tell you is personal testimony of something that happened in your life, or personal testimony, let me rephrase that. Personal testimony is something that happened in someone else's life is rarely good enough evidence to convince someone else. Like, it's just not. Like, you can tell me you saw a UFO and you saw it clear as day and give me the details and paint the picture for me. And I mean, best case scenario for me is that likely I will believe that you believe it. I just think that the odds of us finding other intelligent life that is technologically advanced enough to have created a spaceship that can get here to from places that we haven't observed yet, so they got to be significantly, or not significantly, sufficiently far away that like we can't just, what is the word I'm looking for? So that is non-trivial for us to view these places. Like, if it's within our solar system, for sure. Like, nothing's coming from within our solar system, pretty much. There would have to be some type of evidence that would show us, hey, there's technology, there's civilizations, there's life, and we know that's not here. Pretty much. I mean, obviously, we can't know. It could be on the far side of the asteroid. It could be on the far side of the moon. Not really, because we've sent so many satellites. Whatever. The point is, like, we'd have to be sufficiently far away that it's non-trivial to observe. It would have to be... So they would have to have some type of technology that allows them to either travel fast enough that they can overcome, you know, those vast distances of space that are just, like, mind-bogglingly big. Or, you know, have something planned out where it's, you know, it's more like a colony ship type thing, where the people on board are living on board. They are not... The people that left the planet they left are not the people that are arriving here. That type of thing. You know, it'd have to be set up for longevity, for sustainability. And I just find it so hard to believe that if that kind of shit was going down and people were coming to our planet with this type of technology, like, I think it's very unlikely that that it would stay hidden for long. We'll just say that. Like, I think that the fact that it's always, you know, relatively obscure people in obscure places, it doesn't mean it's not real. I think what it means is that the fact that there's not a lot of supporting testimony and things like that does make it harder to believe on personal testimony alone. If there were compelling photos, videos, multiple corroborating witnesses without the possibility of, like, what is the word? Collaboration? Even unwitting collaboration. Not unwilling, but unwitting collaboration. Like, just the fact that we live in a society that, like, enjoys the idea of UFOs and extraterrestrials and visitation, like, it's a common story. It's a popular thing. And that, through just like cultural absorption, is going to affect people. It's going to change the way you view the world. It's going to change the way you look at things. And I think it does mean that you have to view those type of claims with an added degree of skepticism. But, like, is it corroborating or is it copying? And I'm not even talking about, like, deliberately, like, oh, I heard this story and I thought, you know, that person, they told that story and they got all famous, so I'm going to do it too. No, but, like, I want to say this without coming off like a dick, but there's not really a way to say it. Like, guys, we're all fucking dumb. Like, our brains, they are so bad. Like, honestly. We can't multitask. We think we can, but we can't. We just task switch. We can't avoid some of our biases. We have so many problems, like determining what is true and what is not. Like, we're not smart. I say that. Okay, hang on. I'll refute everything I'm saying right now in a couple seconds. But let me get through this. Like, our brains are not reliable. They're just not. Like, our own senses are not reliable tests. There have been so many times when I have been sure I, wrote down the right date for that appointment, or, man, this must have been wrong. Like, I was sure that my memory was correct, and whatever thing that I'm remembering or that I'm, being confronted with now, that can't be right. My brain remembered it, and my brain is very smart. My brain good. I'm not dumb, and I'm not a dumb person, but people are dumb. Like, our brains are not good at recalling things accurately. Every time we remember our memories, we're altering them, whether we realize it or not. Our memories are imperfect. Our brains are not infallible, and we treat them like they are. We treat our emotions and our feelings and our recollections of events as though they are the truth. And we base our lives around that, when in reality, we are so often wrong about so many things that it's just, honestly, it's close to lunacy to use that as a measuring stick. I want to see something better than, hey, I fell asleep, but then I woke up and I promised I wasn't asleep anymore. I remember waking up, and here's how I know I was awake, and yada yada. And then, these aliens that absolutely match the stereotypical description of my culture of aliens showed up, and they did these things to me that, stereotypically there's lots of stories about in our culture. And you know what? I'd never heard of alien abductions before this, so I went and looked them up, and wow, this matches my experience correctly. It's like, are you sure you've never heard of them? Or was it, 7 years ago, and your brain tucked that into a tiny little corner, and you never thought about it again, and now it got pulled up in a dream, and you're just shocked that this matches so perfectly with with what other people have heard and seen, so it must be true. This is corroborating evidence. Well, no. It just means you are saying something similar to what other people have said. That doesn't mean that it's correct. I need something more than your thoughts and opinions in order to actually take this as fact and truth. And I think that's a part of the problem that we're facing right now in the country, is that there are a lot of people that will take their own experiences, their own ideas, and just say, that must be true. There's no shot that I'm wrong. I can't be wrong because I'm sure about it. I'm positive. I know this is true. In our culture, in our society at this point, whatever you want to call it, it is very common for us to equate feeling strongly about something with knowing something. And they're not the same thing. If you don't have empirical, objective evidence that can be corroborated by other people, you don't know. So anyway, welcome to a deep dive on my name, Half-Baked Skeptic. I'm very skeptical of things. I forgot how I even got on this tangent. Oh yeah, because we're trying to teach our kids. I'm trying to teach my kids, and my wife is on the same page, but we're different people. I don't want to talk about it like we're a monolith. We are parents. We are united. We have similar goals and interests and ideas, and that's why we work well together. But again, we're not a monolith. She has her own reasons. I have my own reasons. We have our own priorities. We have our own, we're different people. But we're also very similar. We have the same goal. We want our kids to be ultimately skeptical, to not just believe things because we tell them it's true, to not just follow blindly what they're told, but to to question, to think for themselves, to think, hey, is the thing that I'm being told true or not? And how can I know? How can I test this? And I think one of the best things that you can do for yourself, if you're wondering about something like that in your own life, and this is just like obscure information. It's not obscure. It's actually the opposite of obscure. It's not that uncommon to hear it, but I think it's pretty uncommon to do it. And that's if you are feeling strongly about something, you should try to convince yourself to change your mind. Or not convince yourself to change your mind, but at least ask the question, what would convince me that I am wrong? How would I know that I'm wrong about this thing? And like, I hate to say it, and there's going to be a lot of people that hate this, and maybe I'm wrong. Again, I try to keep an open mind and say that I could be wrong about anything. There's every chance I'm wrong about my opinions and my beliefs and my thoughts and my feelings. Not my feelings. Like, I don't think it's wrong to feel your feelings, but you should interrogate your feelings. Anyway, ask yourself, what would convince me that I'm wrong? And if the answer is nothing, if there's nothing in this world that can convince you are wrong, if you were presented with like ironclad evidence tomorrow, it would not change your mind because you are so sure about this thing, you're probably wrong about that thing. Or at least I would give it 50-50 odds that you're wrong about that thing. If you're right by luck. You should have some type of way to test what you're saying. Like, from mundane claims up to big ones. Like, for example, what would convince me that I'm wrong about God? Well, I'm pretty sure if I saw... let's start with the big one. If God came down and told me he was real, I would be convinced that I'm wrong, that God is real. Does that mean he's good? Not necessarily. I'd have to do more investigation. Does that mean that I should worship him? Again, pending investigation. But I could be convinced to change my mind that God is real, for sure, easily. You can go down even much more mundane, like, show me some concrete evidence of something supernatural happening. Show me something that tells me, like, hey, there's more out there than just what we see in the natural world. Show me, several people that witnessed the same miraculous event. Show me an amputee who, has hands laid on him by the priest and the faith healer, and their limb grows back. Like, I don't want to hear stories about, your person who had a disease that's, 95% fatal and they recovered after they prayed to God. Well, like, no shit, Sherlock. Like, 5% of people recover. You got lucky, or, doctors worked very hard. Medical technology saved your ass. Like, don't tell me that's proof of God. If you want to use that to build up your confidence in other experiences or whatever, or like you felt God tell you in this moment, I'm sending you back for this thing, like, you can use that to bolster your own faith, sure. That is not evidence of a miracle. Show me somebody that actually has tangible physical evidence of their healing. Show me somebody that has, like, something that everyone else can see, not just a spiritual experience in their heart where they felt strongly and they heard the voice of God or whatever, and it told them what to do in their life, because people hear voices all the time. People feel strongly about things all the time. These do not constitute evidence. And am I saying you need evidence to believe in God? No. You can believe whatever the hell you want, for whatever reason you want. And the only time that I have a problem with it is when it starts impacting the people around you. When you start saying, I believe that God is real, and because I believe that God is real, I believe that he hates gay people. So we can't let people be gay. We need to enshrine that in law. We need to create penalties. We need to have social penalties. We need to do all these things because I believe this so strongly, and you have zero corroborating evidence. You have zero physical reason to feel the way you're feeling. You feel like it's true. So So you're going to act out on that. You're going to take your belief and impose it on everyone around you. I have a big problem with that. Because guess what? You could be wrong. And in the case of the example I gave, if that's your position, you are wrong. People deserve human decency and respect. And because you feel a certain way, or you feel like God told you something, or you believe that, is not enough to treat people poorly. It's not. Again, as soon as it becomes someone else's, as soon as it starts affecting other people, belief alone is meaningless to me. I do not care how strongly you feel about it. I do not care that, well, I heard the voice of God and he told me that I need to call these gay people to repentance because they're going to hell for all eternity. Cool. Give me something more than your feelings about it. To quote your fucking hero, not so much, whatever. Facts don't care about your feelings. I don't care how strongly you feel something. Give me some reason why we need to treat people badly, or give me some reason. Like, okay, here's an example, and like this is gonna sound bad, but like it's obviously not the case, so it's meant to be an absurd example. Take it as what it is. If we someday found out that every person who engages in gay sex, or even like a majority of people that engage in gay sex, had an increased risk of cancer, like, I think that doesn't mean like they're wrong for being gay or they're bad for being gay, but it might be reason enough to say, yeah, maybe we should not allow this type of behavior to happen because there's real world harm that comes from it. But just like, our societal ideas of what we think of as normal are being challenged, and so we must stop it. That's not a good enough reason. There's no physical, tangible harm being done except by people who are causing the harm. And it's not the gay people, it's the people causing harm because they think being gay is bad. That's the answer here. You do not force other people to change to suit your feelings and beliefs. You recognize that they are feelings and beliefs and not fact and reality, and you don't let that affect the way you treat other people. My God. And we've gotten to a point in this country where there's enough people that feel a certain way but can't tell you why, that are trying to influence and create and craft and control policy, decisions, laws, the courts, and it's causing tangible harm. And that is my problem. That's my problem with religion right now. Honestly, I do not care what you feel is true. I do not care if you believe that God is real. I do not care if God himself appeared to you and told you for sure that he is real. You do not get to tell me how to live my life because of that experience. No. If God wants me to change, he can give me just as strong of an experience as he gave you, and I will change, right? If it was enough for you to be convinced, he can convince me too. If he hasn't done that, then I'm just trusting you that you saw this person who then convinced you to do this thing that now you're convincing me to do. No, I need more than that. Give me some actual validation, some reasoning behind it. God damn it. Good thing I wasn't actually going to finish this in one run anyway. My problem with religion only comes, honestly, when they ignore the First Amendment to the Constitution. And I'm not like Mr. Uber patriotic. That's just not me. I love our country. I love the promise of our country. I'm happy to be an American. I grew up with a lot of privileges because of where I live. I've lived in other countries where they don't have it quite as good as we do here. I don't delude myself into thinking that we in America have the highest standard of living in the world. We objectively do not. We have a good standard of living that is being chipped away at every day. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. It is kind of here and there. I am very upset by what people are trying to make happen in this country. But regardless, I think that, again, we're very lucky to be where we are. But I think people are chipping away at the bedrock of what makes this a good country to live in, of what makes this a good place to be. They're trying to impose their own will and feelings on other people around them
This isn't good.
And yes, Amos, you're right. This is not good. So, I guess just to put it as succinctly as I can, I'm worried that the people's strongly held beliefs are going to get in the way of a functioning society, of a functioning democracy. And that people hold these beliefs strongly but don't know why they do. Except that that's what they were taught. That's how they feel about it. That's what they've known their whole lives. And they've never taken the time to sit down and honestly question, does this make sense? And again, I'm fully open to being proven wrong. Maybe there's some complete flaw in my thinking that is blinding me from the obvious truth that everyone else around me sees and I don't, but I don't know, man. I could only get one orb, not worth it right now. Oh, I'm trying to delay the inevitable. This is as far as I've gotten in my run to Snowy Mountain. And I'm back here again. And I've practiced the level a few times. And I think I can do it without dying, but I'm worried about making a mistake, guys. I'm scared. I'm scared to play a video game. Because guess what? I've been playing this fucking game for 7 months. And I love it. But my God, would I love to finish this challenge. I would be so thrilled to just get to a point. Oh, that almost ended it right there. Fall into the lava. To get to a point where I can just be like, I fucking did it. I've got video evidence of a run. It might not be like one sit through, one playthrough. I've had to do 2 sessions this time. And if I make it, great. But I can say I started a save file, played it through to the end, got 100% completion, and never died. And again, I'm even going further than that. I'm imposing my own arbitrary restrictions on myself where I'm like, yeah, and also, I can't save load to restore health because that doesn't count. When, like, that's a very common speedrunner tactic. They can use save load to get to places faster, to do things easier. I should let myself do it, but I won't. I feel like that defeats the spirit of it. I gotta actually play through the game without dying. Doesn't mean take advantage of, like, menu exploits. I gotta make it from beginning to end. And yeah, I can cheese it and go back to green eco vents, and I can use the teleport gates. And I'm not even saying I can't save or load. I'm saying, like, I cannot do that to restore health. That cannot be the goal of what I'm doing. So, that's where I'm at. I'm close, though. And again, I want to finish this challenge. So let's do it. Let's go hit Snowy Mountain. I've got Snowy Mountain, Spider Caves, and Golden Maya Citadel left. I think I got all the orbs here. I got all the scout flies here, so it's just paying for stuff left. Gotta go back and do Mountain Pass again, though, because there's the orb that I shouldn't say you can't get without backtracking, because I have now seen, since I've actually decided to open my dang eyes to the world around me and see what other people are working on. Okay, I'm sorry. I did not actually open my phone, but just looking at the notifications on the lock screen just stun locked me for a minute. I got a recommendation for a new YouTube video I should watch. And I think I probably will based off the title alone, because it is intriguing to say the least. I don't know who it was, didn't see an artist, just saw, again, the YouTube sent me a video, and the title is I Love My Slut Dad. Intriguing. I need to watch that to find out what that's about or who that's from. I don't know if that's a short or a full video. I have questions. Oh, it's so funny. I'm gonna have to go watch that after this stream. Alright, I think my goal here, I think my main takeaway is I'm gonna take this nice and slow. Try to be as careful as I can. Try to heal as often as I can. Just try to do this the best I can without totally screwing this up, because I got a chance here. I'm at 70% complete. Also, like, it's fine. It doesn't actually bother me. But I think it's a little bit bullshit that you can't break open scout fly boxes when you're on red eco. Like, you're fucking roided out here, man. What do you mean I can't break this crate that I can normally break by doing a handstand? What are you talking about? Again, it doesn't actually bother me. It's fine. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I can now open the scout fly boxes just like normal, but I think that would have been a cool touch. If they added in that when you're on red eco, you just break right through scout fly boxes. I mean, they did it for blue eco. They did it for yellow eco. Red got shafted. Justice for red. Viva la roja! Sometimes I swear my Spanish is so bad you wouldn't know I speak fluent Spanish. Oh damn, I'm close to full. I need one more little green dot. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. That's the other thing. It's like I feel like I'm getting better at this game. I'm learning techniques and getting further and further, and I'm progressing, and that's good. But I still cannot do that boosted uppercut. And it eats at my ego. I gotta figure it out, but I've spent literally hours trying to do that boosted uppercut, and I can't get the timing. I don't know how to do it. So, you know, if anybody wants to watch this video and say, here's what you're missing. The trick is do it to the rhythm of respect by Aretha Franklin or whatever. I don't know. Like, leave your best tips down in the comments if you're here on YouTube. I won't read the comments on Twitch. I don't watch the VODs on Twitch. I move them directly over to YouTube. Alright, here's one of the finicky parts. If you do believe in God, say a prayer for me. Because I fucking suck at this. Yep, okay. Screwed that up. So we're going to take it nice and slow. Nice and slow. I hate that I can't adjust the camera here. It's okay, we'll get there. Made it through there. Okay, we're going okay. And then just fucking ice. Okay. Can unclench my asshole a little bit. Man, how bad would that suck if I accidentally hit that ice ramp and went down without getting the switch? Ooh. Thank goodness that didn't happen. All right, all right. Hurdle 1. Just keep being careful. We'll make it through. Anyway, I guess that was a lot more I don't know, esoteric and philosophical than I meant to be today. Anyway, point is, my wife and I want to teach our kids not to believe what we believe, but to think for themselves. And if that means they agree with us, then fantastic. If not, then, well, maybe they'll grow up and change our minds. Or we'll agree to disagree. I will say, I'm very lucky. I have a great family who, when I told them I'm not a believer anymore, there's definitely been some tense times, but we've stuck together. We love each other. We're kind and respectful to each other. And I really couldn't have gotten much luckier than I am. So, both my family and my wife's family, there's very few people. I don't think there's anyone who, like, at least in our family, cut us off, or which, like, it's a thing that happens, especially in deeply religious groups like my family and my wife's family. It's not uncommon. So, again, not anything I've ever had to deal with. I'm incredibly fortunate. I lead a charmed life. All right. One of the major challenges of this run. I'm gonna let it fall once. I waited too long. Alright, 72%. This is about as far as I've gotten. I might have made it as far as 75, but... definitely somewhere on the Snowy Mountain angle. Oof, that is so scary. Fuck! I knew that was bad as I was doing it. Alright. Let's finish this off. I'll get this power cell and then I'll call it. Maybe we'll do a couple quick runs through Snowy Mountain just to get the muscle memory back. Should have just stayed on there and waited for it to come back. I had plenty of time. I let the ticking clock get in my head. Damn it. See what I mean about brains being bad? I can do this, no problem. It should not be something that trips me up like it does, but it does. It does. That's just something I gotta deal with. another run ended in Snowy Mountain. And I know there's a way to kind of cheese it down there. But I'm trying hard not to use any meaningful exploits either, you know, like trying to play through it developer intended. Official, I guess, pathing. God damn it. Get on that thing. And part of me is like, well, as little sense as this makes, maybe I should just start trying for a no damage run. And if I just work at that long enough, eventually a no death run will become trivial, right? I up the ante even further. Yeah, shoot for the stars and land on the moon. But I think the actual phrase is shoot for the stars, or shoot for the moon, you'll land in the stars. It's never made sense to me because it's backwards. Stars are much further away. If you shoot for the stars, you'll land on the moon. And maybe I'm misremembering the phrase right now. Maybe it is if you shoot for the stars, you'll land in the moon. And I'm saying that like the phrase is like, you're definitely going to fail your goal. It's like, you know, it's motivational, not anti-motivational. It's good. This is happy time. We're not sad at all. I realized I was going to start over Snowy Mountain and I could just like finish it off here. And then start it over depending on what time it is. Ugh, so mad. Or maybe I should just keep going from here and see if I can do a one death run. Because currently that's looking doubtful as well. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Get up. Oh, come on. Alright, come here, boy. Oh, I'm just fully gutted after that. I don't have the determination to actually go through when the going gets tough, you know? Have a bad run and I'm like, oh no, my night is ruined. It is what it is. That was a promising run though. I was doing really well and I was really feeling it. Should have done a couple other things in Snowy Mountain before that. Gotten out of my own head a little bit. Alright, next time. We'll get them next time. I mean, I died. At 72% of the way through the game with 0 deaths. Up till that point. And entirely full health. All 3 chunks plus the 50. I was kind of kicking ass. So next time, I just need to kick a little more ass. Just trust my gut on that stupid flut. Like, I do not think that that has ended the most runs of mine, because I don't often get this far, because it is still challenging. Especially since, you know, the way that I play is not exactly top of my game every time. Here more for entertainment for myself and for others than for actual peak performance. Oh, thank God I have an extra hit again. I shouldn't relax, because that's when they get me. Oh, see, that's why I shouldn't relax. I don't know what I could have done about that, though. Wasn't even supposed to fall. Alright, made it around. What am I still missing? I think I've just got... Cool. Just got the one in the passageway. The yellow precursor eco one. And maybe some orbs that I missed somewhere, but I think I've done pretty good at collecting them. Ooh, no, I still have 24 left. Okay. I can think of about 10 of those. And I'm missing a ton of scout flies. Ooh, boy. Alright. I got some work to do. Oh, I don't think I did the ramp from the top to the bottom. So that's where one of the scout flies is. There are more orbs in this passageway than I remember there being. So I was at 4 or 5, so this will be 6, and then off the passageway. Alright. I'm not in too bad a shape, actually. Panicked myself for a moment there. You can tell I don't know this level as well as, Oh, fuck. Alright, folks. I'm gonna call it. I'm pretty tired. I got a busy day tomorrow. I gotta get ready for a trip that I care about far more than this game. So, it's been real, been lots of fun. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Don't forget, stay skeptical. Be kind to the people around you, and don't forget to be kind to yourself. Have a good one, y'all.